I'd like to welcome everyone this evening to the Minnesota Livestock Breeders Association Purple Ribbon 4-H Auction Scholarship Awards Program. Normally, this awards program would take place the first weekend of the state fair on Saturday evening, just prior to the 4-H auction. However, this year with COVID-19 and the Minnesota State Fair being canceled, we were not able to have a state 4-H auction or have a live in-person scholarship awards program. We're very happy to be able to offer this program to honor 51 4-H junior leaders that are involved in the 4-H Animal Science Project that will be receiving this year's Purple Ribbon 4-H Auction scholarships. The scholarship program was initiated back in 1995 with one $500 scholarship by the late John Story in cooperation with some others. And that program has grown over the years, where after the 51 scholarships this year, we will have awarded 439 scholarships, and the total dollars in scholarships awarded will be $613,000. This year we're awarding 51 scholarships, which includes 5 $4,000 scholarships, 21 $2,000 scholarships, and 25 $1,000 scholarships, totaling $87,000. We're fortunate to have about 55 different sponsors that have helped make this possible. And we've also had Ames Construction out of Burnsville, which provided us the matching dollars for a good number of those scholarships to be able to award this level of scholarships in a year when we didn't have an auction to supplement those funds. At this time, I'm going to call on Frank Sullivan, who is chair of the MLBA Purple Ribbon 4-H Auction Committee, for a few opening comments prior to our award ceremony.
Hi, I'm Frank Sullivan. I'm the chairman of the Purple Ribbon 4-H Purple Ribbon Auction Committee, and it's just a pleasure to be here. And I can't tell you how excited we are about giving out the number of scholarships and the dollar amount of scholarships this year. I don't have to tell any of you that COVID-19 has changed our lives in a lot of ways this year. And early on, when the state fair decided to cancel, and we actually had conversations prior to that, we were very cognizant of the fact that we wanted to make sure that we still had scholarships this year. The scholarship program has become a very integral and premier part of the 4-H Purple Ribbon Auction. Last year, we gave $65,000 in scholarships at the beginning of the auction. And this year, we've got $87,000 worth of scholarships that we're able to give. The way the scholarship program works is benefactors give half of the money, and then it's matched with the money normally from the auction. This year, not having an auction, we've had some very generous benefactors that have added to match the amount that we raised. For example, all of the $2,000 scholarships, the benefactors give $1,000 and someone else will give $1,000. Same with $4,000 and the $1,000 scholarships. But as soon as we knew that the state fair was not going to go forward and 4-H was still deliberating what they could do as far as a statewide show, obviously that would impact the auction, having a live auction. We put June 15th for a deadline for us because we knew we would need substantial lead time to put on the auction. Just to give you an example of the enormity of it, last year we sent over 1,400 invoices after the auction. We fed 1,000 people. This year we would have had 111 exhibitors in our auction. So the Minnesota State Fair 4-H Purple Ribbon Auction is the largest of its kind anywhere in the nation. There's no other state fair that has that many participants in it. There's no other state fair that has the total dollars that we have as well. So back to the scholarships. We just felt it was very, very important that we continue with the scholarship program this year. The requirements for being a recipient or to apply for a scholarship are you must be in Minnesota 4-H, involved in one of the animal species that are in the auction, and that you are either a freshman or a sophomore in college this fall. So everyone that would be a sophomore this year would lose out, and we didn't want that to happen. I just kind of steer the ship. I mean, there are so many people that are involved, and the 4-H auction committee itself is made up of about 22 people. And the neat thing about that, if I can talk about that for just a moment, Sydney, is we have so many young people now that are involved in the 4-H auction committee, and almost every one of them were in the auction when they were in 4-H, and now they're back giving their time, their talents, even from their purse to support the scholarships and other participants in the auction. So it's now transcended a whole generation of people in the, I guess this would have been our 41st year had we had the auction this year. The scholarship program was started by John Story, and they started with one scholarship one year. And now, as I said, it's led to what it is today. So we're glad to be able to do it. This is the future of Minnesota agriculture. Our youth are the future, and whatever we can do to assist them on that journey that they're on to be leaders in Minnesota agriculture, that's what we're here to do. So thank you. I appreciate it and enjoy the program.
Well, thank you, Frank. Now we're going to move into the actual scholarship presentation. And again, I know many of our donors and sponsors are watching. Thank you to all of you, and congratulations to all the 4-H scholarship recipients and your parents. And also congratulations to all the rest of you. We had 110 applicants, some very excellent applicants. And want to thank Minnesota Livestock Breeders, and especially the 4-H Auction Committee and those that were on the Scholarship Selection Committee for being part of this process. To help me this evening with our scholarship presentation, we have Linda Brecky, who's a farm broadcaster with the Linda Farm Network. She's helped for a number of years. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you, Kent. And again, it is a pleasure and an honor to join you for this ceremony tonight.
Well, thanks, Linda. And the way this will work, we're going to, just like we do when we're in person, we'll be listing the scholarship winners kind of in groups of 5. There will be some photos coming up, and then we'll take a short pause and do the next 5. So we'll be starting out with our $1,000 scholarship winners. So our first $1,000 scholarship winner this year is Sarah Gartner out of Blue Earth County, and that scholarship is sponsored by Steve Polk and myself, Kent Easy.
Sarah is a sophomore at College of St. Benedict, majoring in biology with a minor in theater. She was a 2019 graduate from Loyola Catholic School. After attaining her degree, Sarah hopes to be accepted into an optometry program and then establish a practice somewhere in rural Minnesota.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Nathan Orban out of Fremont County. This scholarship is sponsored by the Minnesota Youth Livestock Expo.
Nathan just started his sophomore year at Iowa State University and is pursuing an ag business degree. He graduated from Lake Mills High School in 2019 and plans to move back to his family farm and take over the operation from his dad someday.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Michael Moline of Nicollet County. This scholarship is sponsored by Fast Genetics and New Way Cooperative.
Michael is a recent graduate from St. Peter High School and just entered his freshman year at the University of Minnesota, where he plans to major in mechanical engineering. He is most passionate about his rabbit projects and also shows swine.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Grace Britton out of Waseca County. This scholarship is sponsored by the Minnesota Simmental Association.
Grace graduated from Janesville Waldorf Pemberton in May and is now attending South Dakota State University. Starting on an animal science major, and ag business minor. Someday, she plans to move home and work for the local co-op in the animal nutrition department.
Our next scholarship winner in the $1,000 category is Hannah Broughton out of Polk County. This scholarship sponsored by Ag Country Farm Credit Services.
Hannah is a sophomore at South Dakota State University, majoring in ag leadership and animal sciences. After graduation, Hannah plans to find a job where she can use her degrees and start raising crops and cow-calf pairs.
We will now move to our second group of 5 $1,000 scholarship winners. And our first recipient in this group is Katie Fitzgerald out of Goodhue County. This scholarship is sponsored by Jamie and Mark Purfirst.
Katie is a 2020 graduate from Triton High School and is now attending South Dakota State University, pursuing a degree in animal science. Katie was named the 2020 Minnesota FFA Star Farmer.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Emily Dahlbeck out of Dakota County. This scholarship is sponsored by Byron Anderson in memory of Helen Anderson.
Emily is a freshman at Iowa State University, starting her pursuit towards a degree in animal science. She graduated from Rosemont High School this past June and was passionate about her rabbits and market goats projects.
Our next scholarship winner in the $1,000 category is Michaela Slosser out of Carver County. This scholarship sponsored by Anderson Seeds.
Michaela recently graduated high school from Mound, Westonka, and is headed to the University of Minnesota to pursue a degree in animal science. Madison and her llama project, Fred, have won 5 state grand championships and were state reserve champion twice.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Madison Lubke out of Goodhue County. This scholarship is sponsored by Weichman Pig Company and Strategic Pork Solutions.
Madison is a 2020 graduate of Kenyon Wanamingo High School, who has moved on to Minnesota State University Mankato with sights on an aviation degree so she can become a pilot. During high school, Madison was a 3-sport athlete, participating in volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Erin Peterson out of Kitson County. This scholarship sponsored by Sweet Martha's Cookie Jar and Schrader's Concessions, 2 of our fine Minnesota State Fair concessionaires.
Aaron was a 2019 graduate of Kitson Central High School. He just started his sophomore campaign at North Dakota State University, majoring in microbiology. Once he finishes his undergraduate program at NDSU, Aaron plans to attend the University of Minnesota College of Veterinary Medicine.
We'll now move on to our third group of $1,000 scholarship winners. And starting out, we have Eileen Otto of Wright County. This scholarship sponsored by Professional Ag Marketing and Minnesota State Fair concessionaires.
Eileen is a 2020 graduate of Delano High School who now attends the College of St. Benedict, where her focus is a political science degree. Thanks to a chance meeting with Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, Eileen served as a high school page in the Minnesota House of Representatives, and her future is all about politics.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Josephine Jensen out of Goodhue County. This scholarship sponsored by Hormel Foods.
Josephine recently graduated from Goodhue High School and now attends South Dakota State University, majoring in animal science. After college, she wants to be involved in the beef industry. Josephine was a member of the 2019 Minnesota State Fair 4-H Grand Champion General Livestock Judging Team.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Carolyn Mayer from Fillmore County. This scholarship is sponsored by Lindeland Farms, Lack Lindeland and Family.
Carolyn graduated from Lanesboro High School in 2018 and is now a junior at Kansas State University, looking to close in on an agribusiness major and animal science minor. During her 4-H career at the Minnesota State Fair, Carolyn has already achieved the accomplishment of being named Grand Champion Show Person with both a breeding heifer and a market steer.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Anna Perkle of LeSueur County. The scholarship is sponsored by the Blake and Cheryl Meschke family.
Anna is a sophomore at South Dakota State, working towards an agriculture biosystems engineering degree. Since attending New Prague High School, her future has always pointed towards science. Anna is motivated by the quote from Albert Einstein, "Education is not the learning of facts. It is rather the training of the mind to think."
Next $1,000 scholarship winner is Landry Walls out of Benton County. The scholarship sponsor is Commodity and Ingredient Hedging.
Landry was a 2019 graduate of Foley High School and is currently a sophomore at the University of Minnesota, majoring in physiology. Her future plans are to attend med school and become a pediatrician. Throughout her 4-H career, Landry has been involved in a wide variety of experiences, but the Swine Project has always been her favorite.
We'll now move on to our next group of $1,000 scholarship winners, and we begin with McKenna Schroet of Steele County. Her scholarship is sponsored by Fast Genetics and New Way Cooperative.
McKenna is a 2019 graduate of Owatonna High School and a current sophomore at Winona State University pursuing a nursing degree. After completing her college degree, McKenna hopes to become a pediatric nurse at Mayo Clinic in Rochester. McKenna credits her experiences that involve showing swine for teaching her self-confidence, communication skills, and how to manage her finances.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Hannah Strike of Lackaparro County. Her scholarship is sponsored by Bellingham Farmers Elevator.
Hannah is a current sophomore at South Dakota State University, working towards an animal science degree and 2019 graduate of Ortonville High School. After college, she would like to work in a veterinarian clinic or an animal research center. During her 4-H career, Hannah has shown a long list of livestock projects, including beef, dairy, meat goats, poultry, puppets, horses, sheep, and swine.
Another $1,000 scholarship winner is Matthew Betcher of Goodhue County. His scholarship is sponsored by Ag Partners.
Matthew graduated from Goodhue High School in 2019 and is currently working on a pre-nursing degree at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. After college, he would like to get a job in the healthcare industry and continue to raise show stock for future livestock enthusiasts. Matthew won a state FFA general livestock judging competition, which provided him the opportunity to participate at FFA's national competition.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Russell Hellenbrunn of Brown County. This scholarship sponsored by M. Molding, Gail, and Rob Moline.
Russell is a recent graduate of New Ulm High School and has moved on to Alexandria Technical College, which will be a pathway to a career as a welder. Russell has truly taken advantage of the many experiences 4-H has to offer, including shooting sports, vegetable gardening, wildlife, fishing, shop, consumer education, arts and crafts, rabbits, sheep, and the list goes on and on.
Another $1,000 scholarship winner is Isabella O'Brien of Dodge County. This scholarship sponsored by Minnesota Corn Growers.
Isabella graduated from Kenyon Wanamingo in 2019 and is a current sophomore at the University of Minnesota Rochester, majoring in health science. After attaining her bachelor's degree, she plans to further her education in a genetics program. Isabella proudly admits that after receiving her red ribbon with her first sheep project years ago, she dedicated herself to learn as much as possible about raising quality sheep and now prides herself being in a position to help young 4-H members learn about their project.
We'll now move on to our final group of $1,000 scholarship winners. Starting with Kelsey Beal from Fillmore County, this scholarship sponsored by Davis Family Dairies.
Kelsey is a 2020 graduate from Fillmore Central High School and is currently pursuing an agriculture education degree at the University of Minnesota. After receiving her bachelor's degree, Kelsey plans to return to the Fillmore Central School District and team agriculture. Kelsey was the 2019-2020 Minnesota FFA Region 7 president.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Whitney Elbers out of Rock County. This scholarship sponsored by Juanita Reed Boniface, Dick Boniface, and Mary Bennett Creva, along with the Minnesota Cattlewomen.
Whitney is a freshman at South Dakota State University, focusing on a nursing degree. She has always dreamed of becoming a nurse. Whitney graduated from Hills Beaver Creek High School in 2020, where she played basketball and volleyball. Last year, she also served as the Rock County Beef Ambassador.
Another recipient of a $1,000 scholarship is Branston Peterson of Sibley County. His scholarship sponsored by Jeff and Diane Hawkins.
Branston is a 2019 graduate of Gibbon Fairfax Winthrop High School and is currently a food science and technology major at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. As a 4-H member, he is enrolled in beef, poultry, and swine projects. Branston lists his favorite 4-H experience as being a member of the National Quiz Bowl Championship team at Exarban.
Our next $1,000 scholarship winner is Paige Basil out of Douglas County. Scholarship is sponsored by Jake and Lindsay Grass.
Paige is a 2020 graduate of Alexandria High School and is now pursuing a nursing degree at Alexandria Technical College. After getting her nursing degree, she hopes to work as an RN at the Douglas County Hospital in the OB department. Paige has shown sheep and beef during her 4-H career and loves teaching the younger kids all about working with their projects.
Our final $1,000 scholarship winner this year is Ethan Verlick of Jackson County. His scholarship sponsored by Extended Ag Services and Steve Ressler.
Ethan is a sophomore at South Dakota State University, majoring in animal science. He graduated from Jackson County Central High School in 2019. Showing and judging livestock has been a consistent passion for Ethan. While a 4-H and FFA member, he was a member of his county's general livestock judging team that won both the state 4-H and FFA competitions, and also has made the MLBA 4-H Purple Ribbon Auction the past 3 years.
Before we move on with our $2,000 and $4,000 scholarship winners, we're going to get a special message from Jennifer Scusa, Associate Dean of University of Minnesota Extension and State Leader for the Center for 4-H Youth Development.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Scusa, and I'm the Director of the Minnesota 4-H Youth Development Program. And I want to congratulate all 51 4-Hers who received a scholarship for their tremendous work in the area of livestock. We really need to keep our eye on these young people because they are all college bound, and I know that they are going to do great things in the future. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what those contributions are. I also want to thank the Minnesota Livestock Breeders Association. They have worked so hard to make sure that these young people receive the scholarships that they do and to support their education after high school. But also they support the 4-H Youth Development Program by giving us resources that we can use for educational programming. And it's that educational programming that allows young people to receive the accomplishments that they are today, like these young people are with their scholarships. I also want to thank all of the donors. The donors have been so generous in not only supporting the 4-H program, but also the 4-Hers and their families, and supporting all of these young people on their pathways to higher education. I hope that you're enjoying the event, and I look forward to seeing you online today, as well as seeing you in person in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for those excellent words. And thank you to you and all of your staff at the Center for 4-H Youth Development, as well as all the regional 4-H educators and the county 4-H coordinators for all your support of what we do with the 4-H auction throughout the year. We'll now move to our $2,000 scholarship winners. And again, joining me this evening is Linda Brecky with the Linder Farm Network. Thank you, Linda. And we'll again introduce the $2,000 scholarship winners in groups of 5. So leading off our first group of 5 is Emma Lovelace of Steele County. This scholarship sponsored by Pipestone Grain.
Emma is a 2020 graduate of Owatonna High School. She's now a freshman at University of Wisconsin, River Falls, majoring in engineering with potential minors in Spanish and math. She's exhibited swine, rabbits, and goats, but her passion has become market sheep. During her 4 years at OHS, Emma played volleyball and lacrosse, served on student council, and participated in DECA, National Honor Society, and Key Club. Emma was also a peer minister at her church.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Isaac Rott from Olmsted County. His scholarship sponsored by Cambridge Technologies.
Isaac graduated from Plainview Elgin Millville High School and is now a freshman at the University of Minnesota, where he is studying animal science. After getting his degree, he plans to start a degree in the dairy industry. Isaac has been very active in 4-H by volunteering time at the Dairy Project Development Committee, Youth Livestock Show, and participating in 4-H Dairy Bowl, Executive Council, and dairy judging, and many more 4-H programs.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Lexi Ignashevsky from Steele County. This scholarship sponsored by Protein Sources Milling.
Lexi is a sophomore at South Dakota State University, majoring in ag leadership and ag communications. She was a 2019 graduate of New Richland, Heartland, Ellendale, Geneva High School. During her 13 years of 4-H, she has shown swine, sheep, rabbits, and poultry. During her 4-H years, Lexi has prided herself for leasing and selling rabbits to young 4-H members in more than 5 Minnesota counties.
In the $2,000 scholarship category, our next recipient is Samantha Larson out of Murray County. This scholarship sponsored by Fast Genetics.
Samantha is a 2020 graduate of Murray County Central High School and just started to pursue a degree in biochemistry at the University of Minnesota, which she hopes will lead to her career in infectious disease. While attending MCC, Samantha was captain of her basketball and softball team and also played volleyball. Her favorite 4-H project is swine, but she also enjoys showing sheep.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Kelton Roseboom out of Washington County. This scholarship sponsored by Independent Community Banks of Minnesota.
Kelton is a 2019 graduate of St. Croix Central High School and just started his sophomore year at the University of Minnesota, where he is majoring in animal science and taking advantage of many opportunities that have come his way. Kelton is currently the assistant manager of the University of Minnesota sheep flock and swine herd. He also notes one of his best opportunities at the U was to serve as professor's assistant for Dr. Tony Sikura's animal science course.
Leading off our second group of 5 $2,000 scholarship winners is Devin Dorman from Dodge County. His scholarship sponsored by Big Game.
Devin is a 2020 graduate of Triton High School and recently started his college career at the University of Wisconsin-River Falls, where he is majoring in agriculture engineering. Over the years, he's shown chickens, goats, and beef projects. Devin was captain of his high school football team and qualified for the Minnesota State High School League state track and field meet. He's an usher at his church and had the opportunity to present the wreath at Arlington Cemetery, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
The next $2,000 scholar recipient is Emily Bolam from Bauer County. The scholarship sponsored by Semstone.
Emily is a 2020 graduate of Austin High School and is currently a freshman at Iowa State University, majoring in ag business. She has participated in 4-H projects like photography and fashion review, but her favorite project has always been beef. She was a member of the reserve and state champion quiz bowl team several times and placed 4th overall individually in state livestock judging. Emily was a 3-sport athlete in high school, was president of her FFA chapter, and is a member of the National Honor Society and participated in a long list of activities.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Luke Borst from Olmsted County. Scholarship is sponsored by Altenburg Construction.
Luke is a freshman at the University of Minnesota. majoring in Ag Communications and Marketing. He is a 2020 graduate of Dover Iota High School, where he played soccer, was on the homecoming court, and sang in the choir. Luke was the president of his FFA chapter and is very active in his church. After finishing college, Luke would like to use his skills to promote the dairy industry.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Madeline Wahey out of Goodhue County. This scholarship sponsored by Corn Roast, Brad and Lori Rybar, one of our excellent Minnesota State Fair concessionaires.
Madeline recently graduated from Faribault High School and is excited to attend the University of Minnesota as a finance major. Her passion during her 4-H career has always been dairy, which is highlighted by her dairy judging team placing 2nd overall at the World Dairy Expo, which provided her an opportunity to travel to Scotland and Ireland to participate in international competitions. She also was captain of her very good high school dance team for the past 6 years.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Jordan Schnickloff from Jackson County. This scholarship sponsored by Compeer Financial.
Jordan is a 2020 graduate of Jackson County Central High School and now attends Iowa State University, where she is majoring in animal science. She started her 4-H journey as a clover bud at the age of 5. Jordan prides herself as a multiple species showmanship champion, including sheep, poultry, swine, and rabbits, highlighted by being named Grand Champion Swine Showman at the Minnesota State Fair. In high school, she was a member of her FFA chapter, student council president, and participated in a wide variety of sports and activities.
Next, we'll move on to our third group of 5 $2,000 scholarship winners. We'll lead off with Kendra Waldenberger from Houston County, sponsored by Mousetrap Cheese Curds.
Kendra is an animal science, dairy production, and ag communications and marketing double major at the University of Minnesota. Kendra is a success story of the 4-H Dairy Lease Project, which she became involved with in 2010. Since then, she has been a junior and senior Brown Swiss ambassador and was a Houston County Dairy Princess the past 2 years. She graduated from Spring Grove High School in 2019, where she was active in FFA, band, choir, yearbook, and trap shooting.
Our next recipient of a $2,000 scholarship is Hannah Fallhaber of Dodge County. This scholarship sponsored by Hog Slap.
Hannah is a 2019 graduate of Hayfield High School and just started her sophomore year at South Dakota State University, majoring in human development and family studies. After attaining her undergraduate degree, Hannah plans to get her master's degree as a child life specialist. She has shown cattle, swine, and exhibited photography projects during her years in 4-H. She was the president of her FFA chapter, played basketball, was a student representative of her community school board, and was crowned Miss Heyday Queen.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Bailey Schiefelbein of Meeker County. Her scholarship sponsored by Riverview LLP.
Bailey is a 2020 graduate of Kimball Area High School. She has moved on to Oklahoma State University to pursue a degree in ag communications and animal science. After college, she plans to educate consumers about the beef industry. She has shown sheep and beef and was a Minnesota State Beef Ambassador. During high school, Bailey participated in FFA, band, choir, National Honor Society, volleyball, Knowledge Bowl, speech, and basketball.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Brenna Conley of Olmsted County. This scholarship sponsored by Minnesota Farm Bureau.
Now I get to introduce the recently crowned 67th Princess K of the Milky Way. Brenna Conley is a 2019 graduate of Byron High School. Brenna currently attends the University of Minnesota, where she is a sophomore majoring in ag education and animal science. It is probably no surprise that Brenna has participated in dairy events, including showing Holsteins, dairy judging, Dairy Knowledge Bowl, and the Minnesota Dairy Showcase.
Our final $2,000 scholarship winner in this group of 5 is Isabella Patterson of Goodhue County. Her scholarship sponsored by the Minnesota Pork Board.
Isabella graduated from Kenyon Wanamingo in June and is off to the University of Wisconsin River Falls, where she will major in ag education. She plans to teach ag or be an education coordinator for a youth livestock organization after getting her degree. Isabella has enjoyed projects including photography, baking, gardening, as well as showing sheep and swine. She was president of her FFA chapter, captain of her golf team, and on the National Honor Society.
Moving on to our final group of $2,000 scholarship winners. Leading off is Adrian Lipinski of Meeker County. Her scholarship sponsored by Top Pigs Northson, USA.
Adrian is a 2020 graduate of Eden Valley Watkins High School and now attends South Dakota State University, majoring in ag communications with a minor in marketing. After college, Adrian would like to work in public relations, advertising, or with social media for a company in Minnesota. She's been very committed to FFA, serving as Region 5 reporter and secretary the past 2 years, and has been involved with a vast number of FFA committees and contests.
Our next $2,000 scholarship recipient is Emily Jopp of Stearns County, a scholarship sponsored by Midwest Machinery.
Emily is starting her freshman year at the University of Minnesota and plans to major in plant science. She became interested in plant science when on a mission trip to Haiti and has set a lofty goal to engineer a crop that combats major issues like malnutrition, drought, or disease. Emily graduated from Rocori High School in June and was a 5-year letter winner on her swim team. She also was awarded the John Philip Sousa Award, which is the highest award given in high school band.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Owen Scheffler from Goodhue County. This scholarship sponsored by Federated Co-ops.
Owen graduated from Kenyon Wanamingo High School this past June. He is now a freshman at South Dakota State University and will be majoring in agriculture systems technology. Owen's passion has always been showing dairy, which has led to opportunities to be on the dairy judging and quiz bowl teams, which provided the chance to judge at the Royal Highland Show in Scotland. He was a member of the National Honor Society, FFA, and participated in wrestling, trap shoot team, and robotics.
Our next $2,000 scholarship winner is Daniel Williamson of Meeker County. His scholarship sponsored by Minnesota Farmers Union.
Daniel is a sophomore at South Dakota State University, majoring in agronomy with a minor in animal science. A former student at ACGC High School, Daniel started his 4-H career when his grandfather gifted him with 2 does to show. He has since built a sizable herd which produces market goats. After graduation, he plans to return to the Kandiyohi County area and find a job as an agronomist, as well as working with his family farm.
Our next recipient of a $2,000 scholarship is Ella Bauer of Dodge County. The scholarship is sponsored by Laco Industries.
Ella is a freshman at South Dakota State University, majoring in ag business. She graduated from Hayfield High School this past spring, where she was a 3-sport athlete, participating in volleyball, softball, and basketball. Ella was also elected to her student council and is very active in FFA. Ella was a top 15 medallion winner in showmanship at the World Dairy Expo.
Our final $2,000 scholarship winner this evening is Andrew Sheehan from Renville County. Scholarship sponsored by Michael Dove and Gary Cook.
Andrew is a 2020 graduate from Bold High School. He is now a freshman at South Dakota State University, where he is majoring in ag business. His favorite project is showing sheep and has also exhibited rabbits, pigs, woodworking, foods, and fishing sports projects. Andrew played on Bold's state champion baseball team and state runner-up football team.
This concludes our $2,000 scholarship winners. Congratulations to all 21 of our scholarship recipients this year. Before we move on with our $4,000 scholarship winners, we want to recognize the Compart Family Farms digital media team. Coordinated by Lance Hughes, this is a special program that was started this year in cooperation with the MLBA Purple Ribbon 4-H auction, as well as with the Center for 4-H Youth Development. To give us a few words about this is one of the digital media team members, Sydney Mitchell of LeSueur County.
Hello, my name is Sydney Mitchell, and I'm a team captain on the Compart Family Farms digital media team. I would like to thank the Minnesota Livestock Breeders Association 4-H Purple Ribbon Livestock Auction for being our founding supporter. The Compart Family Farms digital media team is a program that has the goal of offering real-life digital media opportunities to Minnesota high schoolers who are passionate about agriculture. The digital media team has the opportunity to work on a variety of Minnesota FFA and Minnesota 4-H projects throughout the summer. I would also like to thank the Minnesota Livestock Breeders Association for offering me the opportunity of producing tonight's scholarship program. This is an opportunity I could have only received as a member of the Compart Family Farms digital media team. Lastly, I would like to congratulate this year's scholarship recipients. You've all completed some impressive work, and I've really enjoyed the opportunity to help recognize your achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney, and thank you to the social media team for all your excellent support and efforts with the 4-H auction and the 4-H animal science program this year. Now the excitement builds. We're down to awarding our 5 $4,000 scholarships. We started the $4,000 scholarships a few years ago. We started with 2, then we went to 3. This year, because of our great sponsors, we've been able to go to 5 $4,000 scholarships. So our first $4,000 scholarship in 2020 goes to Isaac Berg of Pipestone County. This scholarship is sponsored by Cargill Animal Nutrition.
Isaac is a 2020 graduate of Pipestone Area High School and is currently attending South Dakota State University, pursuing a degree in animal science. He has shown swine, sheep, beef, poultry, and participated in lamb lead, livestock judging, quiz bowl, and meat evaluation. Isaac served as president of the Minnesota Junior Red Angus Association and is currently on the national board.
Our second $4,000 scholarship winner for 2020 is Zoe Schensel of Dakota County. The scholarship is sponsored by Core Trust Bank.
Zoe is a 2020 graduate of Farmington High School and is currently attending South Dakota State University, majoring in ag education and communications with a minor in animal sciences. Throughout her years in 4-H, Zoe has shown sheep, swine, goats, rabbits, beef, and dairy. Outside of 4-H, Zoe is actively involved in FFA, serving as her chapter's president, National Honor Society, musical theater, and choir, and is a member of her general livestock judging team.
Our third $4,000 scholarship winner this evening is Emma Smith from Dakota County. Her scholarship sponsored by Cargill Animal Nutrition.
Emma is a 2019 graduate of Randolph High School and is currently a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin River Falls, majoring in animal science management. After college, Emma would like to work in genetics and breeding programs within the cattle industry. She has shown beef, goats, swine, dairy, and sheep. Emma made the Dean's List and plays soccer for the UW River Falls.
Our fourth $4,000 scholarship winner for 2020 is Sawyer Otto out of Redwood County. This scholarship sponsored by O'Sullivan Auctioneers and O'Sullivan Cattle Incorporated.
Sawyer is a recent graduate of Tracy Area High School and is currently attending Concordia University of Wisconsin, pursuing a degree in pharmacy with a minor in animal science. Sawyer has been active as a peer mentor at Tracy Elementary, is a member of the National Honor Society, Big Buddies program, and FFA. Sawyer played football, basketball, and wrestled for Tracy Area High School. Upon completing his degree, Sawyer hopes to return close to home and work in a local pharmacy.
Our final $4,000 scholarship winner this year is Megan Schultz of Fillmore County. Her scholarship is sponsored by Don McClure's Skyrides, one of our great Minnesota State Fair concessionaires.
Megan is currently a sophomore at Creighton University, majoring in neuro pre-med, and plans to go to med school so she can one day be a neurosurgeon. She graduated from Kingsland High School in 2019. Throughout her 4-H career, Megan showed sheep, horses, and her most prominent project, goats. After college, Megan plans to attend medical school with hopes to become a neurosurgeon.
Congratulations to all of our $4,000 scholarship winners this year, as well as all 51 of the 4-H junior leaders that received the MLBA Purple Ribbon 4-H auction scholarships this year. A special thank you goes out to Lance Hughes and Sydney Mitchell and all of the Compart Family Farms digital media team for all their help with this presentation. And also a special thank you to all of our sponsors of the scholarships, as well as a very special thank you to Ames Construction of Burnsville, Minnesota, for providing the matching dollars that allowed us to give this level of scholarships this year. And finally, thank you to the Minnesota Livestock Breeders Association and 4-H Auction Committee for making this all possible. Thank you and have a good evening.